Welcome everybody, John Hildebrand, your host today. In today's video, I'm going to teach you all about how to rank as high as possible on Airbnb listing, ideally the first page. You can call it SEO or whatever, but in this video, I'm going to go step by step on the things that I do to try to help me rank higher in Airbnb. Also, stick around to the very end. If you're a new host and haven't hosted before, I'm going to share you a special link that you and I can be connected, and I can help you for free go over your entire listing. All right, stay tuned. Now, to be clear, this is what I like to do. There's a million ways you can do it, but this is what I learned from a handful of other hosts in my community, and it's worked for me in the last couple years. I'm always learning, I'm always adjusting, trying to stay ahead of the curve of what's working and try to figure out the Airbnb algorithm as much as I can. So if you follow these steps, hopefully it will help you as much as it is helping me. Now, of course, you have to have a great listing, great location, great photography, great amenities, and all those other things to make it work. But let's just say you have all of that, and now you're just trying to launch and get all the other checkpoints checked off. Airbnb's algorithm is called interest algorithm. I don't know too much about it. It's really, really smart and is always improving. So these steps are hopefully gonna help basically feed the algorithm of what the algorithm is looking for and what it likes. In short, that's what it is. Now, Airbnb did do a lot of updates to help the algorithm and also help guests find locations. So an example on this screenshot that you'll see here, you can see that I'm in Scottsdale, and at the bottom it will show the top 4 of ideal locations that I would probably go to. Since the demand for like staycations and local stays are really, really high, anything 300 miles or less is what most people are searching for right now. So as you can see, these are my top 4 locations. I'm gonna click on Flagstaff and dive into that. And yeah, as a host, you should always be jumping on Airbnb as a potential guest and search your competition. See, whatever else is out there, why they're jumping on the top page, etc. You can learn so much by searching as a traveler in your area. So now you can see I clicked on Flagstaff, and you can see from my screen, it will show me all the top listings in Flagstaff. And Airbnb is always showing the best of the best. Sometimes you will also see the new listings because Airbnb is trying to give new listings a chance. But for the most part, on the left-hand side, you're gonna see Superhost, Plushost, and ones that have a lot of reviews with like a 4.85 or higher. The higher the reviews, this is what's gonna be in the top search. Now with new listings, Airbnb knows you can't compete with all these ones with hundreds of reviews at like 5-star reviews and whatnot. So the first month when you launch, Airbnb is giving you free boosting, free marketing, however you wanna call it, for the first month. Because Airbnb is always looking for the diamond in the rough or for the next money maker listing property. So for the first month, it's gonna be very, very crucial for a new listing to build the foundation and off to the races. So in this first month, you wanna try to get as many bookings as possible. I also made a very detailed video on my launching strategy. You guys can watch on my YouTube channel. It goes in great detail of all the settings and how you should launch. This will definitely help with everything else I'm teaching you today. So you jump on Airbnb as a traveler. You can see right here, they added this where I'm flexible. You're not quite sure what you want to do. But this is the section I'm talking about, inspiration for your next trip. So I'm in Scottsdale, and it's going to show me places in Sedona, Scottsdale, Pine, and Flagstaff. But I'm going to go ahead and check out Flagstaff. And then right here, you'll see all the listings in Flagstaff and then the top ones that I'm talking about in the ranking. So this is where you can see on your left-hand side, a lot of Superhost. There'll be a handful of other ones in here with just high rankings and a lot of reviews. And then of course, as you add your filters and whatnot, that will change. But this will give you an idea. Now, if you're one of the ones where your listing becomes one of these top pages, the top search in your location, well then, boom, you're pretty much off to the races. It's only gonna make your life a lot easier if you can maintain that as well. So if you're in the top search, more bookings, more earnings, better type of guest, keep up your reviews, you'll be in that top search and you'll be putting more money in your pocket. Now let's talk about the thumbnails, the top 5 photos, not 10, your thumbnail, title, and description. Now go on there as a traveler and search all the top listings. So in Flagstaff, you can see up here, all the top. Look at their thumbnail photo and see what's sticking out. If every single person is shooting, the front of their house or the back with the hot tub, maybe you wanna find something different that will stand out. A lot of contrast, color furniture, color art, anything that you think is gonna capture the eye of a potential guest is gonna make you hopefully get more bookings. Now, if you're on the desktop, a little trick is when you're looking at all these thumbnails, you can flip through, they give you like a preview. So you can slide through and look at all their photos without clicking into their actual listing. So if yours is up there and you see others, maybe you can flip through a couple of your images and see which one will stand out in the search. It's a good little tip. Let's say it ends up being your living room with a bright blue couch or whatnot. You can kind of see that and then you can go change your listing to that photo. Now again, in a new listing, the launch phase, Airbnb is going to give you 1 month of boosting. So in my other video, make sure you watch my launching strategy. I'm not gonna go in crazy detail about it here because I have a full video on all the settings, what to look for, and how to get as many bookings as possible in that first month. But just real quick, I'm gonna show you a couple of screenshots of my listings, how I do the title, how I do my captions, my space, all that kind of stuff. I like to write a little bit of a story in the space, kind of set a vibe, a mood, whatever, and then in the description where it says optional, it's 1000% not optional. You take the time to fill that out, but I write 1 or 2 sentences, kind of tell a vibe, and then quick bulletin points, ding, 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 highlights, amenities, why someone would want to travel there. Make it really simple for future guests. Couple things, Airbnb does like seeing views, so share your listing to all your social media, your grandma, your grandpa, all your friends. Try to share the link out to as many people as possible. And yes, go ahead and have them hit that little wish button. Airbnb does like that as well. Now with the Airbnb algorithm, they are gonna see how long future guests or potential browsers or window shoppers are looking at your listing. If they just click on your listing, they're there for like 30 seconds and then they bounce, that's not good. You want people to click around on your photo, read the house rules, maybe they're searching pricing, they're on the calendar, they're reading, they're kind of staying around on your listing for it a little bit. That's really gonna help your listing. It's gonna show the algorithm that, hey, they're interested in your spot, but maybe they don't want to book it right now. Maybe they're going to book it next week. Again, that's why you want them to hit that little wish list or save for later, little heart. Now to be super clear, obviously views are cool. It's like your ego, like, oh, look how many views I got. Views are cool, they're great, but at the end of the day, it's all about conversion and bookings, like any search result, like Google and all that stuff. If people are searching your property, they're landing on your property, but you're getting like a 0.5% conversion, well, Airbnb's algorithm is gonna think, hey, it's not really doing us much good here, spending money on marketing, we're gonna focus on another listing. So an average conversion rate or a higher conversion rate is about 2%. If you can get 2% conversion rate, you're great. So if your views are really low, but your conversion rate is really high, that's a super win. You're absolutely killing it. If your views are really high and your conversion is really low, it's gonna push you far down in the algorithm. So bookings is what really matters. Also, another thing that Airbnb likes in my research is Airbnb likes that you can click on as many amenities as possible. So if you have a hot tub, a kitchen, a blender, coffee maker, a hammock, as many of those things that you can click, the better. Airbnb will see that, they see that you have all these extra amenities, and that will definitely help you in the algorithm as well. So check out your competition and then see what you can add to your listing. Now to make this all work, full circle, come together, connect the dots, it's reviews. Reviews are everything. It's word of mouth marketing. It's building trust on your listing. It's telling other future guests that, hey, look at all these reviews, they're amazing. So especially in the beginning during the launch phase, you want to try to get as many 5-star reviews or as close to a 5-star review as possible. Look, if you can get a 4.8 star review or higher, you're probably going to be in a very good spot. So try to get as many reviews as possible, 4.8 or higher. And as a new host and you got new guests coming in, do whatever you possibly can to increase your chances of getting those 5-star reviews. Leave a bottle of wine, leave a thank you note, a box of chocolates, anything you can do to stand out so when the guest checks in, they're all warm and fuzzy when they check into your spot and they're like, oh man, this host is amazing. They're already thinking 5-star the second they open up your spot. Another thing you can do about reviews that will help their algorithm is reply to the reviews that come in. If you get the reviews and they talk about great location, go in there as a host, hit reply, talk about why the location is great, like, hey, it's right next to my favorite hiking spot or my favorite restaurants over here. Always stay positive in that review. All right, in conclusion, to wrap this all up, I hope you guys find this video interesting. I'm always struggling to try to make these videos, but hopefully that one will help you. I'm just here to get you guys on the first page, get you more bookings, and get you way more money and more revenue, not working as hard. That's the ultimate goal in this. The way I like to talk about it, the more you can do in the beginning and during the launch phase, the 1-month phase, the better you are long term. It's like building a house. You need a really amazing, flat, strong foundation. If you have that, and then you can start building the house. You can't just jump in and start framing the house with no foundation. So think about that during your launching phase or as a new host, whatever. Like I said, for those of you who stuck around, there's a link below. If you're a new host and haven't hosted before on Airbnb, if you join with my ambassador link, I will be able to help you one-on-one for free. Airbnb picks up the tab on this. So if you join with my link, I can look at your listing, give you some tips and tricks, help you adjust and whatever. Pretty amazing. So click below. Also, smash that like button, write a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.